What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's installment from the channel. Today we're delving into Scream 7, but not in the same way we usually do. Today's video is discussing what was originally meant to happen to one specific character. That character is Sam Carpenter, who was the main star of the new trilogy, and yes, we can call it a trilogy now, as Skeet Ulrich has more or less confirmed that the intentions of Sam's story was to conclude in a rounded trilogy, similar to what happened with Sidney Prescott in the first 3 Scream movies. He was asked recently if Sam's killer instinct would have played a role in Scream 7, and he said this: "Exactly that. I was hoping for exactly that." And that's the sort of idea that was pitched to me a couple of years ago, that it was a 3-movie arc with that in mind. Now, I never saw any of the drafts for 7 or anything like that, and I don't know, I mean, it's possible that it didn't include any of that as well. But yeah, that was my hope, is that if it was going to mean anything, that it directly impacted the plot. So, with this confirmation in mind, it seems that, I mean, we already knew this really, you know, that Sam's story was going to have a 3-movie arc. I've said this online, I felt 6 did set up a 7th movie. I was not convinced, you know, that it ended in a way that people said it did for them. For me, I felt like the ending was based on her pushing everything aside for the sake of Tara and not really because she wanted to. Before I go any further, guys, I'm uploading Scream content almost every day, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys would consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and give this video a like if you enjoy this type of content, as it lets me know what you want to see coming from the channel. But moving away from all that, now with this in mind, with what Skeet has said, I spoke to someone 2 nights ago, and he is someone who isn't an official source, so I suppose the first thing I have to say here is that this isn't official. It's not from somebody who I'd like to say is a complete reliable source, because they've only told me 3 things, and I don't think that 3 things is a lot to go off, even though he has been right about those 3 things. But don't run away with this, it likely won't be true. It's news, it's a rumour, it's a leak, and I just kind of wanted to discuss it with you guys and tell you my thoughts on it, but please don't run away with it. Now, he said that a script for 7 was never completed before Melissa Barrera's firing. That's one thing I need to get out there for you guys. He said it was never completed. He said that there was an open discussion that was had, but nothing was written in terms of the script. But where the 7th movie was going was openly discussed. He said that one of the main things that people should be assured of here is that 7 was definitely a Sam Carpenter driven story. The core 4 were present in the ideas, but they wanted Sam to be at the forefront. And basically what Skeet has said was going to be the basis of 7, but was going to be so much more than we had ever seen before. I'm going to show you like his messages that he sent so you guys can see and you can kind of interpret them how you want to. So I asked him if Sam was going to turn bad in 7 and give in to darkness, as you say, and this was his response. Tara wasn't going to be a major player in 7, so the basis was that Sam would find it harder without her around to fight back what she was feeling. They wanted Sam to go through this movie similar to how the Joker movie played out. Her story was followed closely and you could witness her gradual slip from reality. So following this, I expressed that this wasn't very Scream-like, so I asked how would a Ghostface attack play out. And he said they wanted to do what fans had asked for. They wanted to show how a Ghostface would operate from the killer's perspective. Sam was going to have walked a fine line between good and bad, but an event would have caused her to cross it by accident. They didn't have key details for how this would happen, but the notes they had for where everything was headed did suggest Tara was going to come back in towards the end in the hopes of saving Sam. It was going to keep the fans on their feet, wondering if she was going to turn fully evil or pull back. So, to clarify here, the original plans for Scream 7, if you believe all this, I mean, It's nothing I can vouch for, but it's an interesting read. Because if this is right, 7 was going to be a story told more from somebody's perspective who was slipping into inner darkness, and an accident would have completely changed Sam's narrative. I'm guessing she'd have killed somebody by accident, and that would have been it for her. Also, adding to this, it does make sense to me because Jenna Ortega was originally rumoured to be involved, but very loosely due to scheduling conflicts with Wednesday Season 2. So this does make sense if this was where their story was heading, and she was going to return in the hopes of saving Sam and was going to face Sam at her darkest hour. Now there's more I wanted to add, as this was my final question. I haven't spoken to this person since, so this was the last thing I asked, but the response was quite interesting. I asked if it was clear if Tara saved Sam in the end, or whether or not Sam was too far gone. The response was, they didn't get that far with the plot. Tara was likely going to be significant because she'd probably be the only one who could either save Sam or push her over the edge even more. I didn't hear any other ideas, nothing about Sidney or the legacy characters. It was going to be Sam-centric and different to what had come before. Dealt with a lot of themes between mental illness and psychosis. So if this person is correct, it means that all those rumours about Sidney being in the pipeline and all these bits of leaks that were circling around at the time, it wasn't that far ahead. Sam was going to be central focus in a Joker-esque movie? I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. My inner psychology intrigue is all over it. But for Scream, I'm not sure it would have worked. Obviously, there'd be more to it. But it sounds so good, but yet so far from Scream at the same time. I do think, though, Sam being pulled back by Tara at the end of 7, if she'd really lost herself, would have been so brilliantly acted between Melissa and Jenna, and I would have loved to have seen that. I think those girls would have killed it, honestly. I do like this idea. I wasn't sure at first, but now that I'm kind of sat here recording the audio for you guys, I do like it. I would have watched it. It's unknown how a Ghostface would have fitted in, but imagine if, say, it was Christina Carpenter who had grown to resent Sam due to her connection with Billy, her destroying the family and so on. Imagine if this Ghostface was having a one-to-one with Sam all movie, taunting her to turn bad. In the end, setting up a situation where Sam would unintentionally cause someone's death, maybe even someone like Mindy or Chad. I think that would have been so crazy good, you know, but that's just me talking. Don't run away with that. That is literally me giving you my pitch, if you will. It's all very interesting. I'm repeating, this could be nothing. It could be someone who has no idea, but it is worth a discussion. That's why I've made the video. So if this was the plot, would you be happy with this? Was this a version of Scream 7 that you could get behind? A fitting conclusion to Sam's story, you know, the end of this new trilogy? Or do you think it just sounds awful? Just give me your full opinions, guys. I want to know what you think about all of this as a story arc for Sam. What do you think? But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you really enjoyed the content, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.